My expectation is that this transition will give you a little bit more free time, and if so, I'm wondering what you're planning to do with that.
Yeah, I'll definitely have more free time, and I'm involved in a lot of civic things around here and in other places. I'm chairman of the board of the Chamber of Commerce, chairman of the board of the New York Wine and Culinary Center. I'm on the board of Thompson Health, Rochester Regional Health. These are organizations that we've supported and that I've helped to build over the years. So, I'll certainly continue my interest in these things and continue to help out in the community in the way that I have in the past.
What has that been like for you to have your success allow you to have that type of influence?
I think it's gratifying that my success has allowed me to have that kind of influence. Hopefully I'm making a positive contribution, and it's not that I have the influence merely because of my success, but I think that I've made a valuable contribution to many of the organizations that we've supported monetarily as well, but my contribution, I believe, has been far more than I would say philanthropic or monetarily, because my interest has been seeing these organizations thrive and grow, and hopefully I've been able to bring some knowledge and expertise to the party in that regard.
My last question, having looked back at the growth of the company, your career, would you do anything differently at this point?
Geez, I can't really say I would do anything differently. I mean, I consider myself to be one of the most fortunate people literally on earth. I've had an unbelievable career. A lot of luck has gone my way. And that's a lot of hard-earned luck too, meaning that I'm a big believer that people make their own luck, and we've spent years creating the conditions for what has happened beneficially to us today. As we know, sometimes the stars have to align, but it's really all about creating the conditions such that if and when the stars align, you can really take advantage and capitalize on that. And we've been fortunate to have both ends of that spectrum, meaning we've created the conditions and the stars have aligned. So I wouldn't do one thing differently, is the truth of the matter.
All right, I lied. I thought about one last question.
Sure.
What has been your most gratifying acquisition up to this point? The one that you were like, we got it.
Oh, well, that's actually an easy one. Our most gratifying acquisition was the beer acquisition. We originally were a joint venture partner with Modelo out of Mexico. We were really just the sales and marketing arm in the United States. When Anheuser-Busch bought the rest of the business and therefore was unable to continue to own the U.S. portion, they had to sell it to us. We knew that was going to be the case and had planned for that. We made it happen. It's not something that just fell into our lap, because we literally did have to make it happen. It was a $5 billion acquisition. That was a big acquisition for us at that time. It had to happen quickly. We had to go out and raise $5 billion to do it. The Justice Department didn't immediately agree to it the way that we had envisioned it. We had to modify the deal and take over the production assets in Mexico. That resulted in causing us to have to build really 3 large breweries in Mexico and hire thousands and thousands of employees in Mexico. So none of that was easy stuff. But we put it all together and we did it all, and we did it all in a timely fashion, and we made it all work out, and we made it all work out well, and largely without a hitch. Truly, which is a real testament to our team.
Yeah.
Because this is not something that one person can do on their own. This is a real team effort that takes many, many, many bright and smart people to make something like this happen, and to make it happen in a very fast, on a very fast timetable, and as I said, without a hitch. It's actually an unbelievable story that we were able to accomplish all of that, and as I said, a real testament to our people.
Yeah, love it. Anything else you'd like to add that I might have missed about the transition, the business?
No, I think that I would just say, or reiterate what I just said, which is we created the conditions for success, and the stars aligned, and therefore it all worked out well. But it is really a function of the great people that we have, and creating the conditions for success and continued success is really all about making sure that you have the kind of people that have the capabilities and the resilience to bob and weave as is necessary as your business and as markets change. You look at almost any great company that exists today, and what they did originally, especially ones that have been around for a long time, probably bears very little relationship in terms of what they produce and what the markets that they participate in and how those markets have changed, bear very little relation to what they did when they started. And so the fact that things changed is not a reason for failure or not being successful. You need to be able, if you've got great people and smart people, and you're anticipating change and you're planning on it, you're going to be successful when those changes inevitably occur. So lots of changes have occurred in our business since it was founded after World War II. Markets are completely different. The kind of products that people drink are completely different. The markets that we weren't a beer company, we weren't a spirits company, we weren't in other markets outside of the United States. The type of wine that people drank was different, the type of beer that people drank was different, and the type of spirits people drank was different. So nothing's the same, but our people have been, as I said, capable enough and resilient enough to weather those changes and continue to create the conditions for success that have made us as successful as we have been in the past.